Hey guys, Stomach7 here, and today's commentary is going to be a little bit more free-form. We're going to be doing Black Ops 4 video, first Black Ops 4 video in a while. Probably since, if I had to guess, the rewind in what was that, like the end of January? Probably the first Black Ops 4 video since then, so it's been a while. And it's been a while since I've played the game. But this month, pretty much since May started, I've been getting back into it here and there. I wouldn't say I've been playing like Black Ops 4 primarily, but I've played it a few times. I put a few hours into it. I might be close. I might have played more Black Ops 4 so far this month than MW, honestly. Like, it might be pretty close. So I've been starting to get back into it, and I did a big stream yesterday with Black Ops 4, and that's the reason why I wanted to do this video, is because Treyarch posted a video on their YouTube channel yesterday. It was like I think it was yesterday morning. I saw it, and it was like Black Ops 10-year anniversary, so 10-year anniversary of the first game. And I'm pretty sure my Black Ops 1 disc is broken, and I don't know where my Black Ops 2 disc is. So what I've got is Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, and between those two, I don't mind Black Ops 3, but I prefer Black Ops 4 100%. I really like Black Ops 4 a lot. I think that Black Ops 4 to me feels a lot like Black Ops 3, but no jetpacks and a little bit different on the time to kill and stuff like that. And I also personally prefer the specialists in Black Ops 4 as well. When it comes to the Black Ops 3 specialists, I find that they don't impact the gameplay as much, whereas with the Black Ops 4 specialists, because you have the equipment and the ultimate, it makes you feel like you're playing a character a little bit more, whereas with the Black Ops 3 specialist, I believe in Black Ops 3 it's just the ultimate, so it feels like the Black Ops 3 specialist feels like COD with ults, whereas Black Ops 4 feels more like a character system, since you have that extra added element to it. It's still not insane, you know what I mean? It's still not crazy. It's not like Overwatch where you're literally playing a different character and it's like different health on top of the abilities, the attacks, like different weapons and stuff like that. It's not like that. Like, you're still playing COD, you still have created class, stuff like that. But I don't know. I guess the equipment just adds a little bit of that extra element to it, where it just feels different than any other COD as far as that goes for like character selection. So what I found, anyways, getting into the point of the video, what I found doing this Black Ops 4 session, I was like, I wanted to do a pretty big Black Ops 4 sesh for the 10-year anniversary, and again, because I couldn't play any other games between Black Ops 3 and 4, decided to go with 4 because I enjoy it more. And it was a lot of fun. I still really enjoy playing this game, and that's insane, because if you look, I'm level 1000. I've put in games past level 1000. I mean, I've even got a decent. I'm not maxed out in zombies, but I've even got a decent rank in zombies. I played a bit of Blackout. I wasn't like a Blackout grinder. That was the thing. I actually bought this game for Blackout and found myself enjoying the multiplayer a lot more. I bought this game for Blackout, stayed for the multiplayer. Still played Blackout a little bit here and there. There was random points of the year where go on a Blackout train and that would happen for a bit, but for the most part, I was a multiplayer grinder in this game. I found the multiplayer to be very fun, and I find it to be a lot more fun in comparison than the new game, than MW. I enjoy this multiplayer a lot more. And I guess in this video I want to go through some of those things that, going through this, I think I played for like 4 hours, this 4-hour sesh, like the things that really stood out to me as to why I enjoy this game so much more than MW. So, and this is just going to be off the top of my head, like I said, more of a freeform video, so I'm kind of just going through thoughts here, didn't really prepare this or anything. This is just my impressions fresh off the brain. Alright, so the biggest thing, or what I think is the biggest thing, is the movement. I think the movement I really enjoy in this game. I think that this game has the cleanest movement of any non-jetpack COD, and that's what I really like about this game, is that even though they didn't have the wall running or the jetpack stuff from Black Ops 3, they still, like, Black Ops 3 still had really clean movement, and that still came across to this game even without those extra elements to the movement. Like the sliding, very smooth. I love the slide, like jump slide, whatever it is, whatever the combo is. Harder for me to explain. I can just do it without thinking about it at this point. And this game is like muscle memory. I believe it's like, yeah, I think it's you jump, you slide, and then you jump is like the fastest way to move in this game. and it just feels really smooth. I really enjoy doing that. I love moving around the map like that. I think it's really fun. Sliding around corners feels really good. Like jump shotting people, slide shooting people. Just your regular normal like strafing in this game feels good compared to MW. I hate how slow the strafe is with the SMGs in MW. I love strafing with the SMGs in this game. Like you see in this gameplay, I'm using the VMP, and there are a lot of kills I get where I'm hitting like a mean strafe on a guy, and it just feels good. That's something that you don't get in MW at all. You don't get those strafes at all, really. And whereas in this game, you still get it. You don't get it as much with the ARs. It's not like Black Ops 2, where in Black Ops 2 you could put stock on an AR and you'd have that SMG strafe speed. That things got kind of crazy with that game. Even though I enjoyed Black Ops 2 a lot, it probably wasn't the best balance there. With this game, though, you still get a much larger strafe value with most of the guns with stock than you would in MW, which is really nice. I think that strafing is like a very important element of multiplayer games, and it's really nice when you're able to do it. In MW, a lot of the times with most guns, you're not even able to strafe at all, and it just removes like a big skill component, I think, to that game. The fact that a lot of gunfights are almost like one person standing still versus another person standing still, or that's why a lot of the fights in MW are like, oh, you jump and you slide. You know what I mean? Like, in this game there was slide challing and jump challing too, but a lot of the times that could not work out. You know what I mean? Those shots are harder to hit, and if you're just hitting a nice strafe, that's a lot easier, and your opponent will miss some shots and it'll work out for you. Whereas in MW, a lot of the times you can hit not great shots, but just like the surprise element of like the jump shot and the slide, like they're just dead. They're just dead before it even matters. And a lot of the times if you're trying to, like you can do a little strafe in MW, but a lot of the times if you go for like the hard strafe shots that you can in this game, you're just going to die. You're just going to die in that game. So, but basically, I don't want to talk about strafing the whole video. So basically, just the movement in general, I enjoy a lot more. The time to kill. I actually like the time to kill of Black Ops 4. It did not take me very long to adjust back to it. That's probably because I've been playing a lot of Apex. Apex has been like my main shooter. I would not be surprised if that is a big factor there, and obviously Apex has a pretty long time to kill. This is actually a really good game to play to warm up to play Apex, because it I don't know, feels kind of similar. But yeah, I like the time to kill in this game. I like the way that they balanced it. I know a lot of people don't, but me personally, I think that it makes for more fun engagements. I think that you can have some absolutely insane fights with the time to kill in this game that you just cannot have in a game like MW. A lot of the times, like the crazy, finessing back and forth between cover, sliding, jumping around cover, and hitting your heals. A lot of the times those fights that you'll get in this game, in MW, those fights will be done before you even do like one move to finesse. Like a lot of the times somebody will get melted before that. So there's just a lot of crazy fights that you can wind up having in this game because of the time to kill that are just not possible in other CODs. Now, there is a downside to it, obviously, with the way the maps are designed, and like team shooting, there's definitely a downside there. A lot of the times team shooting can be just a little too strong and can be pretty annoying, and it can be a little bit harder to go for those double kills than in something like MW. That's fair, I agree, but I think the 1v1 fights are a lot more fun, and I think the time to kill can make the team fights a lot more fun too, because yeah, it can be frustrating when you're going against a 1v3 in this game, but a lot of the times if you're playing this game properly, you're not going to be doing that. You know what I mean? It's more of a team-based shooter. You're going to be with your teammates too, and you're going to have those team fights. So if you're playing it properly, so I don't know. I think the time to kill works out pretty well in this game. I personally enjoy it more than MW's time to kill, where sometimes people will literally just sneeze on you and not really do a lot to earn a kill, and they'll still get a kill. I feel like MW, it's just so easy to get kills because there's so many guns that you can just randomly get headshots like 2-bullet people, and it just is not a very good indicator of skill. Whereas in Black Ops 4, you can have these crazy gameplays like the one I'm having right now. The reason you can have these crazy gameplays while still playing ultra aggressive in Black Ops 4 is because Black Ops 4 takes quite a bit of skill, and if you're more skilled than your opponents, you're going to outplay them most of the time. You're going to live a lot of the time. You're not going to get as many of those random deaths in this game compared to MW, where somebody will hip fire you with the MP5 from across the map and hit only headshots. It's not an uncommon occurrence in that game. I like the streaks. I like the streaks more in this game. I was mostly just running my UAV counter UAV Hellstorm combo, but yeah, I switched it up a little bit. Like here, you can see I was running the Lightning Hellstorm. I ran the RCXD for a little bit. I was mixing up the streaks, and I enjoy the streaks a lot more in this game. After playing through it, I've thought about it, and MW streaks I just don't enjoy very much. I think that they're pretty bland. Even like the high tier streaks, like the chopper gunner and stuff like that, I think are pretty bad. Maybe it's just because I mostly play ground war, but yeah, I don't think the chopper gunner is very good. In MW, I think the streaks are more fun in this game. I think the RC car is more fun than most of the streaks in MW. The only thing in that game that can compare with the fun factor with the streaks is like the Wheelson, but this game also has, I forget what it's called, but this game has like an equivalent to the Wheelson, so there you go. But yeah, in total, I just enjoy the streaks more in this game. I enjoy the specialists. I really do. I don't mind the specialists that much. I think that they add another flavor to the gameplay. And some of the specialist stuff can be pretty cheese, but at the same time, like once you get used to it and once you're aware of it, you can play around the specialist pretty easily. It's not as hard as a lot of people will exaggerate it to be, to like make a point about why they don't like specialists. Once you've gotten back into the groove of the game and you understand the specialists and you pay attention to who, like what specialists are on the other team and stuff like that, it's really not that hard to play around them. And I think it just adds a little bit more flavor to the gameplay. So I think that, well, what I was talking about like earlier in the video, I think they're more balanced than Black Ops 3 specialists, and I also just think they're a little bit more fun to play with. The maps. I was really enjoying going on some of these maps. Like you see Slums and Summit here are the two gameplays I decided to use for this video. I of course went with the remake maps because I love these remake maps, but I like a lot of the default Black Ops 4 maps too. Surprisingly, I don't think I played Frequency once in this 4-hour sesh, which kind of pisses me off. I just thought about that right now. I didn't think about that while I was playing. For some reason, I don't think I played Frequency a single time. It really sucks because it's my favorite map. But there are a lot of good like default maps. Like I thought Frequency was pretty decent. I thought Contraband was a pretty good pub map. Payload wasn't that bad. Even like the bad pub maps weren't terrible. Like Icebreaker would be like a bad pub map, but I'd still rather play Icebreaker over like a Tovorsk district or a Piccadilly or something like that. Like I'd still much rather play Icebreaker miles ahead, play Icebreaker over those maps. So even like the quote unquote like bad pub maps are much better in this game. Hacienda, I'm just waiting for them to come back to my mind. Hacienda is another great one. Gridlock was great for competitive too. Arsenal, a lot of solid maps in this game. So getting close to the end of the video here, but yeah, basically just, I don't know, going through this Black Ops 4 sesh, realizing and remembering a lot of the things that I really liked about this game and that I wish that the new COD had. And what I want to say going out of this video is I'm hoping that with Treyarch's next game or the Sledgehammer Treyarch duo effort, whatever the next COD is, I hope that they take, they probably won't, but I hope that they take a little bit more from this game and not from MW. I would really like to see a Black Ops 4 sequel for Treyarch's next game. I would like to see a game that takes the different elements of Black Ops 4 and expands upon them and doesn't give in to the new player base and the hive mind there and just like copy what MW does because it sold well. You know what I mean? I really want to see a Black Ops 4 sequel. Hope you guys enjoyed the throwback video, and see you next time.